A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. And I just saw this notification on my phone. So it says Angels and Demons Important Energy Update. The 3D slash 5D timeline split is happening. I can only see till there, okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't want to press it. Okay, I didn't want to watch it, but I pressed it by mistake. Anyway, so this update came on my YouTube, sorry, not YouTube, the internet. The first page, guys, whatever it is, the user interface. And I know without watching the video, because I'm an intuitive reader, so just by the looks of it, I know what this guy must be talking about. Angels and demons, the 3D to 5D split has begun. Well, it actually began 4 years back properly in the month of June, precisely on 14th June. So it has not begun now. It has been happening since a while. I know there are lots of creators, without taking anybody's name, and I know why they're doing it. They have a lot of pressure, to create content that's attractive and that pulls the crowd in, because no matter what people talk about, especially energy healers, there is a pressure that they feel to remain relevant or to be, to be good with the algorithm. Everybody wants the views and the numbers. And I don't care about that. I mean, I also have cared about it sometime, but not so much, not the way others have, which is the reason why probably I'm receiving this download and I'm passing it on to you people. A lot of you people actually came from other galaxies to planet Earth because you have to help in the transition, the 3D slash 5D split, whatever it is. You have to help in the smooth transitioning. You came here literally, specifically only for that reason. Everything else that's happening to you, the love thing, the relationship thing, the twin flame ascension journey, starseed journey for some of you, and trying to get your mission sorted, trying to get the money in, generating resources, healing yourself, going through a phase where you really want to become happy, all of that is going on with a lot of you. But the whole purpose of this process is obviously to help planet Earth's transition. Okay, so yes, there are angels and there are demons, but the angels and demons operate from our energy only. Okay, a demon cannot attack you, a demon cannot operate in your vibrational periphery if you don't provide them the platform, if you don't provide them the space to do so. 20 to 33, the craziest way someone can give me an angelic number or a synchronicity, if I show it to you, you'll be shocked. So basically, I have a little puppy in my house who is very playful. So I like to wear a lot of these hair bands. So he stole one of my hair bands and he broke it. It's literally lying on the floor. I've not even cleaned it yet. And there's a plastic cover. And there's a bag that he picked from somewhere. I mean, it's a bag that I used for something, but it was empty. So he was playing with the bag. And this bag has 2233 written on it. Let me show you. I have not changed anything. This is my room. Look, he was playing here. The puppy was playing here. That's my hairband that he broke into 2 pieces. That's a plastic paper wrapper of something he must have picked up, and that's a polythene, or not the polythene, sorry, a bag, something, probably. And you can see that he's even ripped apart this. Okay, so I'm not making it up, guys. You see 2233 written on it. How crazy can these synchronicities be? And imagine, I won't have really looked at it, and I never looked at it. This bag was in my house for a long time. There was some stuff in it, and today I emptied the bag. What was the stuff in it? There were some bed sheets and curtains that had gone for laundry, and they came back, so I removed all the stuff, and I kept the bag somewhere, and the puppy found it. And finally, after so many days, I'm seeing this number. So now back to the video. You're not gonna see perfect videos from me, guys. Not from now onwards. I'm just gonna do whatever editing I can do. But this is crazy, isn't it? Okay, hold on. This is real, okay? I'll show you again. I have not changed my location. The bag is still in front of me. Look at this. It says 2233. Why would a bag have this number? What type of brand is called 2233? I've never heard of such a brand. It's a rice brand. And there's one more number on it. Wow. Why? Now I'm seeing this. 2245. I just saw it because now I'm looking at it. I mean, this is some kind of hybrid rice, which is called 2245 and 2233. That's really strange, okay? Anyway, so I have to Google it because I honestly don't know what 2245 is for sure. 2233, maybe I can guess a bit. But these numbers are given to us for a reason, okay? They are given to us for a reason so that they can distract us from getting too stuck in the thoughts of past or future or getting worried and all of that. So it says 2233, and so via this channeling or via this collective reading, this number has been given to you. And yes, I'm also going to talk about that thumbnail that I saw. I'm not here to get the views. I'm not here to get the likes from you. I don't want to work under any pressure, okay? And pressure is not good for you either. If you resonate with me, you know what I'm talking about. You do not perform well in pressure. You do not. And the more you put yourself in pressure, no, you're not going to become a diamond because you're different, okay? You're not the diamond wala pressure thing happening to you. You are the person who needs to be pressure free. You need to be relaxed. You need to be chill. You need to be in harmony. You need to feel calm. You're that type of a diamond, we can say, a special kind of diamond or whatever, whichever thing you can relate with. Just an example, okay, guys, just to make you understand. 2233 has the most amazing meaning. So when I checked it out the first time, I'm not checking it the first time right now. This is like once I've already gone through this. But yeah, I'm going to be looking at 2245 for the first time now. Because I didn't even know. I had not even lifted that bag and turned it around. So basically, it means that your faith is so strong that it can move whatever mountain standing in your way. Now, ever since I was a kid, I was listening to this, faith can move mountains, faith can move mountains. And I've also said it many times. Every time I talk about faith, I've always said faith can move mountains. But today it struck to me and I want to talk about it. You know what mountain actually means in this statement? Mountain actually means the problem that you're facing, the challenge that you're facing. It looks like a mountain. So you're not just moving the mountains around. It actually means that your faith can move a problem away from your path. So you're walking on the path and there's a damn mountain on it. Suddenly, from somewhere, there's a huge ass Everest-like mountain on your path. stopping you from moving ahead, stopping you from being who you are, stopping you from operating from your core signature frequency, that type of a mountain. Okay, and if you have a mountain like that on your path, right in the middle of your path, there's no way you can walk through it unless you actually climb on top of it. And but we don't want to waste so much time, right? But your faith can be so strong that it can move the mountain like this, move, and it will move. That's 2233, which means you have the resources that you need to create happiness in your life. And chief among these resources is your faith. This is so profound, so profound. I was not expecting this, guys. I was not expecting this today. Angel number 2233 means hope. Mosquito. It doesn't matter where you are in your current life. When you keep seeing this number, things will change for the better. Granted, being steadfast in matters of faith is not always easy. It's even more complicated if you are experiencing particular difficulties in your life. I'm reading it literally from a page that popped up in front of me. I can give credit to this person, the secret of the tarot.com. Angel number 2233 encourages you to never give up. Instead, you need to press on, plow through the challenges, for good rewards are waiting for you at the end. Your guardian angels have known you from the very beginning. They understand what can interfere with your progress. For example, they know that sometimes your emotions tend to run amok. Things don't have to be this way. As a sign of reassurance, the angels will send you angel number 2233. This is a signal that you're not alone in these struggles. The divine realm is watching over you. Your guardian angels are ready to fortify you against unwanted emotional outbursts. The reason why I'm reading this, the whole thing, you must be thinking, why is she reading the whole thing? Because these lines we all need to listen to, okay? We need to stop. We need to stop doing just acting out the unwanted emotional outburst. Because you know what they are? They are reactions. The pressure, unnecessary pressure. Yes, I know it may look like the pressure is coming from an external source, and I know about that. I know people who can call you like 20 times, people who can do a whole lot of things in front of you, people who can just be mean unnecessarily, people who are just miserable right now. They are very in very painful situation. So you know it, but you also know that it's just because they're giving in to the illusion, something that doesn't even exist. So these emotional outbursts are the reason that makes the mountains grow bigger and bigger. Yes. If you don't react to it, it's so easy, to say it, right? You must be thinking, it's so easy to say, don't react, just respond to life and to challenges. How would you know, Sunamoon? Come on. But I do know, because I've been there. And I keep going there on and off, and I hope and I pray to God that this angel number 2233 is not just for you, but it's also for me, okay? It is for me, right? First it came to me, but I'd really like to share it with everyone. So you basically are getting access to all the blessings that you need, all the confidence that you need, everything, to basically make these mountains FO, okay? Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's like really, really, really long. I'm going to switch to 2245 now. Now, this is the one that I had not checked before, and I hope this is something crazy, something which can blow our minds, like boom, So, I can already see, something interesting, but it's from 22nd August 2015. And then we have something from a place where there's no date. For me, what pops out the most is it represents balance and harmony. And you know why? Why I think this is the main message is because when you are acting under pressure, you don't have harmony. There is no harmony. So a lot of you would like to act out of the harmonious space and not feel the pressure. You are going to perform really well if you don't have the stress and the pressure. Now, let's open that page. I don't want to watch the video because honestly, I have a very strong feeling what all is covered in that. The 3D to 5D split, the angels and demons. The demons are getting energy from your fear, from your fears, from your anxieties, from your stress, from your own programming, from your own negative programming from the same collective that we are trying to heal. That's where, because they are the negative side of it. So it's not really to say that there are demons who are separate from us or from our world. They are not. And the reason why we shift, our reality changes, our reality shifts, is after, especially when we when we heal the demons. Actually, we're actually all healing the demons. We heal the demons, we cure the demons, we make the demons understand that there's no need for all of this. This is all painful. You're suffering, everybody's suffering. Then the demons, they actually become your friends. You can have a cup of tea or coffee, or you can spend time with the demons, and the demons are very helpful after that. They are not even demons after that. They are angels. Is it sounding a bit wild to you? It's not so wild. It's reality. If you resonate with me, then feel it. Feel the resonance. It's going to help you. So, the angels are helping us, and the demons are also helping us. Most of the demons are helping us, no matter how scary they are, how bad they look, how annoying they are. But the less you react to them, the better it is. And by reaction, I do not mean that you're always sweet and smiling and pleasing them. No. Reaction is inside of you, because most demons operate on fear energy. They try to either create some fear or they operate from fear. There's some of them have so much anger in them. Some of them have so much hatred in them. So they are operating from all those places. And where are they going to find the hatred? Where are they going to find the platform or the foundation or the base? Is all those places where you probably were traumatized. So the people who feel that their mother didn't love them enough, there are scary demons, they don't even leave those people. And there's one common thing that I felt. I saw it in like a pattern in some of the therapy students. They are so upset with their own biological mother. They feel so angry not being accepted for who they are, that they have this immense amount of and there are days, there are moments where they keep doing emotional outbursts. They're doing it to a lot of people. They're doing it in front of a lot of people. When they have these emotional outbursts, they're going to say a whole bunch of unnecessary things in their anger and frustration, and they're gonna be really mean, they're gonna look for all the evil in the world and throw it at a certain person. If the person has not done inner work, or if they're not from the healing world, it can actually break their morale into pieces. It can shatter them. Or it can create some kind of immense fear such huge fear. It feels like life threatening to those people sometimes, and this is the most distorted versions I'm talking about. Then we have slightly less distorted versions who are like always cranky, fighting, cursing, going very mean and going ballistic at times, saying a lot of things, pointing out the mistakes. You did this, you did this. Because of you, I'm not happy. I could have been a much happier person because of you, because you ruined my life, So there are various versions of it. Now, the demonic energy is present in these situations, and people don't want to heal it. Some of them don't want to heal it, some of them genuinely want to heal it. The ones who don't want to heal it, either they are not aware about it or they don't want to accept it. They are in denial, they are in complete denial. They are like, no, 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 it can't be possible with me, I am perfect. And I've said this in another video, which is like an educational video on the whiteboard, very recent one, that nobody is perfect out here. The perfection model doesn't even exist on planet Earth. There is perfection only in imperfection. So you got to be imperfect to understand that imperfect actually means I am perfect. So first you have to accept that you're not perfect, you're imperfect, because you are created via imperfection. The only way to become beautiful and happy and so-called perfect is by accepting all of your flaws and making the most out of those flaws, forgiving people. Everybody is literally a victim of another victim, and this is not such a bad place to be in planet Earth. Reason is that it's a school. Actually, it's a wonderful place to check your level of being humble. It's a wonderful place to get ascension. It's a wonderful place to release karma. It's a wonderful place to neutralize karma. There are a number of projects that are going on planet Earth and plane Earth. Actually, it's a plane. It's literally a place where you have billions of universes coexisting together, billions of realities coexisting together. Many of those people who even say that we are in a limbo state, they may be physically, biologically in a limbo state. The soul has chosen to be in a limbo state because there is a sadistic pleasure that people on earth derive from their existence. They enjoy this sadistic pleasure, but it's not like a cruel thing or a brutal thing. It's just to remember that there is something interesting in duality, and it is so interesting that when you bring the two opposite polar energies into balance, I mean, with all their good and all their bad, with all their flaws and with all their qualities, good qualities, it turns into singularity. It becomes into one whole unified energy, which is neither good nor bad. So the demons and angels actually have to come together and form a team. Only then they can create the singular energy of love. The demons have to stop getting so mad, stop saying that if my mother doesn't love me, then how the hell can anyone else love me? If my own father cannot love me or accept me for who I am, how the hell can anyone else love me or accept me for who I am? If my own father cannot provide for me, then how can I ever get anything I want? If my own father was an alcoholic or a drug addict or a sex addict or whatever they did, to you, to some of you they did all this, some of you they didn't. Some of you were just angry because they were extremely loving. They were so caring that you're like, why did they have to be extra loving and extra caring and extra nice? Because that's how they spoiled me. That's how they didn't let me learn. That's how they made me codependent. Codependent energies are extremely painful energies to be in, because a person feels so trapped and so chained They're simply not free. A lot of these creators are not free. The YouTubers, the Instagrammers, they are not free. They also have so much pressure of how to bring the bread on the table. Basic pressure, survival mode. I know, you're gonna say, well, you could be like doing well for yourself, and that's why you're saying it. I don't know what doing well is anymore, because we have like lots of voiceless beings to take care of. And I've realized that there's obviously a reason why God put me in that place, because God knew, my masters knew that after a certain point, when you do your inner work, when you detach from planet Earth's illusionary reality, and this is all Maya, this is not real, you don't need the fame, you don't need the money, you don't need the love, you don't need anything, you can just be happy. And that's the time when people stop doing anything for themselves, because they don't need anything. They can go and live in an ashram, they can go and live in some village, or they can live in probably their parents' home, where they feel that they're gonna be totally disrespected for not being the responsible 3D cool one, and for being weird or whatever, for being dependent. But they don't see that dependency as dependency. They feel like, if I got everything, why do I need to work my ass off? What do I need to prove? So they don't need to prove anything. So then God says, I'm going to make you fall in love with one of my creations. You're going to feel so much compassion for them. You're going to feel so much love for them. You know why? Because you healed. You healed, and you know about the illusionary reality. You know this pain and suffering is not real. So naturally, when you heal to that level, you want to share it with others. You want to give it back, because you're not going to take anything from here. Yes, you have to earn the money, you have to create the resources, but can you take it with you? Oh, some people like to be very famous, but it's such a funny and ironical thing, because after 20 years, 50 years, maybe 100 years, no one's gonna give a shit about your existence. No one. Unless, there's an unless. People are gonna care for you if you are doing divine work. But if you do it with that thought that I'm gonna get cared for, you're not gonna get cared for. So it's like an oxymoron, or it's like a paradox, or it's ironical, or it's dichotomy of some sort. But if you do something thinking that you're gonna get something out of it, you're not gonna get it. So your love, your service, your inner work has to be desire free. You really don't know why you're doing it, but you're doing it for love. Some kind of love, that you cannot even explain to people really why you're such a mental person, that you want to leave everything. You want to leave all your comforts and luxuries, and you want to do something which no one wants to do. And then you're like, dude, there is no comfort and luxury. Actually, the comfort and luxury that you're seeing in front of you is what chains you. It's not real. The comfort zone is actually the most uncomfortable place to be in. You don't look for love because you feel so much love. And from time to time, you will find a lot of people who will tell you they love you, they want you, they desire you, blah, blah, blah. I mean, different levels and different types of people keep showing up. I don't want to sound like, oh my God, like there's a queue outside my house, or it could be outside your house also. But in some ways that could be true. In some ways it may not be true. You could be the one creating the queue as and when you want to get entertained. So the 3D and 5D split. What is it? It's like very simple, okay? And this is it. This is what I'm going to talk about, because I know no one's going to tell you to, drop the pressure. No one's going to tell you don't bother. No one's going to tell you, hey, come on, don't worry about it. Everybody is going to scare you. They're going to put some kind of fear in your head which you genuinely don't need or require. So the 3D and 5D split is, it's like there are some people who are going to live in fear. They will continue to live in fear. So that's the 3D earth for them, okay? And they're going to see a lot of death, disaster. They're going to see like sickness. They're going to see problems, money crashing, this, that, love life going crazy. It's not like people in 5D don't have these problems. Of course they do. They all have challenges. Nobody is challenge free. But if you are internally challenge free, then you are at peace, because for you, it is what it is. It is what it is. So 5D earth is a place where people have acceptance for whatever is happening. And because they're accepting so much and not reacting, they automatically see a different world. Okay, I want to give you one example and one more example. Can you hear the whistle sound? It stopped right after I said it. Anyway, so there is hell and heaven, and somebody just said, what's the difference between hell and heaven? So they said, you want to see the difference? Yeah, let's go to hell and heaven. So they saw that everybody was in chains. And there was a lot of food on the table in hell, but nobody was sharing nobody was allowing, because they were chained. So it's like, I cannot feed myself, because I am chained. Example. So everybody is chained, but they cannot feed themselves because of the getting chained thing. And they're all angry and bitter and upset. And nobody's eating, nobody's having good food. The food is right in front of them, but they can't get it. It's like it's right there under their nose, but they can't lift it, because they're all making sure they're pulling each other in such a way that no one can get to eat. So they say, okay, let's go to heaven now, paradise. When they go to paradise, they see that all these people are also chained, but they cannot feed themselves, so they're feeding one another. So he's feeding her, she's feeding him, and everybody's getting well fed. That's the difference. That's one thing. Second thing, vibrationally, how does it work? So I was one day, I go very deep sometimes, guys, so I'm able to literally see it, like, thank you, God, for the wisdom and divine vision, I would say. Interesting, actually. It's interesting vision. I won't call it divine vision, because sometimes you get this vision in really horrible situations also. So I had booked a bike. So you can book a ride, you can book a cab. So in India, you can book a ride also. So I booked a ride, and I had to go literally from my house to a very nearby place, just probably 2 minutes away. Usually I like to walk till that place, especially if it's morning time, if I'm doing my walking or running or whatever. But that day I had some stuff, and I just wanted to put very little time. I don't know why there are so many mosquitoes, even though the mosquito repellent is on. So anyway, I don't want to react to the mosquitoes right now. So I had to go to a mall nearby. It's like literally right here, okay? And I booked a ride, and I reached there. And when I reached that spot, I saw that there were lots and lots of, in India we have these tempos, like e-rickshaws, okay? So lots of e-rickshaws, a lot of autos were there parked, one behind the other, and they were trying to get customers, they were trying to get clients to hop onto their e-rickshaw. So they were also queued up. So it was like whosoever is in the front, like it's like a line, first come first serve basis. So customers gonna go to the one who is standing in the queue first. So one by one it was working. And I felt like they were all very anxious, they were all very trying to be hopeful, and also like there was a sort of a competitiveness between all of them, a envy, competitiveness and all of that. And this guy who dropped me, I don't know why I felt like talking to him. I said, "Hey, did you notice something?" He said, "What?" And even my mom sometimes goes to the street and she catches one of those e-rickshaws. She'll wave at them, then they'll come, then they'll bargain with each other. Okay, how much are you gonna charge? So it's like 5 minutes of unnecessary pestering each other, kind of, which we call heckling. I think they be like, "No, I want this much money." Then the other person will say, "No, no, no, I want to give you 10 rupees less." And then after that, finally they'll have an agreement, and the person will sit on that e-rickshaw or whatever, auto, tuk-tuk, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes, if you have to go a bit of more distance, you realize that I need to go a block more extra, again they will start pestering each other. This person will say, "Okay, brother, please go a little bit ahead from this spot." "No, no, no, but you wanted to get dropped here only. Now if you go over there, I'm gonna charge extra." All of that nonsense, unnecessary, basically, conversation, unnecessary drama, unnecessary wastage of time and energy. Whereas all these people can put themselves on these applications, because there are multiple applications, and I realize that people who are on these applications are getting a lot more work, because as soon as this guy dropped me, after 5 minutes he got another ride, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a good interesting observation," because I asked him this question, that what, these people can also get work the way you're getting it. Because for me also, as a customer, I'm sitting at my house. I'm not promoting any of this, guys, this is just my observation. I'm sitting in my house, I have to go to that mall, I'm gonna book myself a ride or a cab or whatever, wait for it to come here to pick me up, go till my destination, goodbye, thank you so much, no stress, no discussion, no heckling, no blah blah blah, this that, no bargaining, nothing. And I'm gonna spend a certain amount of money. It's not usually that high, because somebody told me the other day, "Oh no, these guys charge a lot more than those." I said, "No, actually these guys are charging either less or equal amount of money, and even if you pay 5-10 rupees extra, how does that affect your life? If you think that the rate is too high, then maybe book another application, or wait 10-20 minutes or half an hour if that is bothering you a lot." So that guy was also like, "You're right, actually, they can easily get work, but they're not. They are suffering, they're miserable." So I said, "Do you see the difference, or is it only me?" He said, "No, no, I absolutely understand." So I feel that God put that guy over there who actually understood what I was saying, and he smiled, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, these guys can be stress free. They all can be stress free, even the customers who have to waste so much time and energy looking for a ride." And same here. In fact, I felt like going with these people is not safe at all, because they are not going to show you the ID. You cannot trace them. Where are they coming from? You don't know the numbers, the vehicle numbers. You don't know anything about those people. And once I was coming back from some other state, and it was late in the night, and I was literally, there were so many of these rickshaws and cab guys. They were literally like vultures around me, They were all like, "Come in my auto, come in my cab, come in my bike, come in on my bike, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "I don't need your service." And they were like pestering me. They were like convincing me. They were like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna drop you." One of them actually said something very weird. He said, "I'm gonna drop you till your house, don't worry." So it's like 12:30 in the night. Of course you're supposed to drop me till my house. You're not supposed to drop me somewhere in the middle of the highway, right? But he actually said it as if he's gonna do a favor on me by doing so. So I said, "No, you know what? I'm gonna just book myself a cab and go home safely." I booked a cab, and turned out that the cab guy was really a horrible person. He was driving on a fake identity. When I asked him to turn the AC on, he refused to do so. Then he started arguing with me in the middle of the night, in the middle of the road somewhere. He asked me to stop. He just stopped the cab, and he said, "I'm not gonna take you further from here, and you have to pay me the full amount." But because I was in a You thought that I'm going to give you something positive. No, it is positive in many ways, because I was in a cab that came from an application, and I didn't have to do bargaining. I didn't have to, do this or that. I simply called the police, and the police sorted it out, and I was picked up by another cab. And the next day, the company contacted me, and they were like very sorry, and they did whatever the needful was. So it made me think that what if I had actually taken, because see, something unpleasant was gonna happen to me. It was written in the stars, but it could have gotten much worse, because my phone's battery was dying, and this guy didn't have a charger. So when the cops came in with their whole gypsy and all, first thing I did was I charged my phone. Second thing I did was I told them I need another cab. Third thing I told them was, this guy is driving on a fraudulent ID. That's not his ID, because I saw the picture and I was like, this is not the same person, and that's when I got a bit suspicious. And so whatever happened for the best. Now my point here is that we all can choose to live easily. We can choose to live stress free. We also need to accept that there will be challenges on the way. There will be those mountains on the way, but we need to just keep having faith that everything is gonna get sorted out, or whatever is happening is also happening for my best. Either it's happening for my experience, either it's happening to teach me something, either it's happening so I become an inspiration for other people. Whatever, there has to be a reason behind it, and it's always a positive reason. See, because overall, when you look at singularity also, it has this very affirmative kind of energy. It is true that actually universe says yes to everything. So what do you want the universe to say yes to? Something good or something bad? Okay, so if you say yes to something good, that means you're still living in duality, because you're constantly saying this is good and that is good and that is good. So if something is good, something has to be bad. That's the rule for opposite polarity. Something has to be bad for something to be good, which is the reason why I say just accept it the way it is. Don't put a label of good or bad on it. Don't say that, oh, I want this or I want that. Whatever you get, just accept it and just be happy with it, and just be grateful. All right, if this is what Lord wants me to experience, this is what Source wants for me, fine. Now this is how you actually grow in your vibrational, you can say, energy, which is not like a circle, it's more like a sphere. Not like a sphere also, but it's more like it's rotating in an upward movement. It's not rotating in the same circle, but it's like it's a cycle, but not a cycle that is stuck at some place. It's a cycle that is upward moving, a spiral, an upward moving spiral. Again, why do we say upward or downward? That is duality. So we just don't have to say anything. We just have to say that we all exist here for a reason, for a certain time frame, and that's about it. And if you want to make that shift from 3D to 5D, then this is the one thing that you got to do, and that is to accept everything, not label it as good or bad. Just be an observer. Just be an observer. Let's make it shorter. Just be. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna close this download ends here. I will see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram, and Jai Pashupatinath.